Good afternoon. I'm Todd Stuckey, Director of Hay and Harvesting.
I'm Bill Hurley, Director of Marketing for high horsepower track and articulated tractors along with seeding and tillage products.
Bob mentioned earlier that we're going to bring some customers in and ask them, what does it take to win your business? We thought it was appropriate, since 2 years ago we introduced the new high horsepower tractor here, and we're bringing high horsepower tractor production to Jackson, Minnesota, that we would bring some customers that we conquest. We won, the dealers out there won, and bought our new Massey Ferguson and Challenger tractors. These customers with us today, the first one, Bill.
Mark, if you would do us the pleasure of introducing yourself.
Sure. Mark Schlater. I'm from Central Illinois. I'm about 20 miles south of Peoria, Illinois. We raise corn and soybeans. Specialties, we have some seed corn and some seed beans. So in an irrigated area, so we get to use irrigation, and when it doesn't rain, we utilize that sunshine.
Next one is Shane Dystra from Thomaston, Illinois.
I'm Shane Dykstra. I farm with my dad on partnership, Thompson, Illinois. We farm about 3,000 acres. We have a small beef herd, and we raise corn and soybeans, and about a third of our operation is under irrigation.
And we also have Dale Kitchens. Dale is from Slayton, Texas, and has a very interesting farming operation. Dale, would you tell us about that?
I'm Dale Kitchens. I farm in the South Plains of West Texas, in Lubbock, Lynn, and Garza County. I have 30 farms. Also, my son farms with me as well, another 2,000 acres, which gives us 8,400 acres total. Primarily cotton, sunflowers, milo, wheat, and also run 385 mama cows.
And as Todd mentioned when he started the program, and as most of the AGCO managers have talked about in each of the sessions so far today, our ability to gain competitive customers, or customers who have operated and owned competitive equipment, is essential to our ability to grow. And we're just honored and very appreciative of you three gentlemen taking the time to be with us. Truly leaders in the professional producer segment across North America. And guys, what we would ask that you would do is just, in our conversations today, talk to our dealer organizations about those things that you expect, that you have to have from a value standpoint to give you the confidence to consider making a change and investing in products with us. And Mark, we may start with you. I know that you have talked a good bit about things such as the importance of service. You mind touching on that?
Sure. Service is a big part in our area just because of the fact that we've lost a lot of dealerships, competitive and in our area. And so service is a big thing, and we had an experience this year where we went out to help some neighbors harvest some corn and soybeans, and we were in the field with Deere and Case IH. And we had the Gleaner combine in the field with it, and it was one of those nightmares where it broke down. And we're about an hour away from our dealership, Flanagan Implement in Flanagan, Illinois, and he was there with a truck, with the service truck, in about an hour and 15 minutes. So the Case IH and the Deere guys are watching all this. The John Deere guy breaks down, and he's only 15 minutes from the dealership. It was 4 hours before he got running again. Steve had us running back in about 2 hours. So we took a negative and made a positive. These guys saw the service, and it was a big advantage to showing them how the Gleaner combine worked.
That's good. Shane, you were mentioning, like, when you bought your tractors, you got a couple 8600, 8400, and a 5400.
Yeah.
You used a package buy program. Kind of explain how that all worked out.
Well, you know, most people, when they're looking at something, never consider a package deal. And one thing, when we started this, we were looking at a combine, and then next thing you know, we're looking at a tractor, and then another tractor on it. And the pricing of it, AGCO or Miramer Brothers, really, it started getting aggressive with us, and that was very attractive. And especially having Case tractors and getting into a new line of equipment with a different company, it really made it easier for us to make that decision.
Well, you know, getting in from Case, you went from Case into a Massey. What kind of demo did the dealer show you, or did we show you to help make that decision?
Oh, Mirva Brothers brought out an 8480 for us to try, and they spent a couple hours or almost half a day with us, and then they left and left the tractor in our hands for the rest of the day, and gave us an opportunity to try it on our own comfort level, and that was nice because when you come and you're in a Case tractor, you get into these new AGCO tractors, it's intimidating, all the controls, the computers, and that really helped us feel comfortable with it. The one thing that I would like to see is after that demo, 3 or 4 days, a week later, bring that tractor back, because that gives us some time to think about that and to make a little better decision and, a little more comfort, to use that tractor again.
I'd agree with Shane on that. I mean, that would be fantastic, because you get a little more flexibility of what you want to do with the machine instead of just the dealer right there with you the whole time. It's nice to have them in the beginning, but later on it makes a big difference when you're out by yourself.
Dale, I know you had some comments about, I guess, some extra attention that was paid to you that made a big difference from a demo and a learning perspective.
I was impressed. Of course, I was also a Case owner. I'd bought $4.5 million worth of Case equipment the last few years and was one of their major accounts. And unlike some of these other people are talking about, even I heard a comment today at corporate headquarters, I'm kind of against the wave there. I told everyone I think I probably had the best Case dealer in the USA. And so I was not unhappy with my dealer. But I was very intrigued with what I saw in Nebraska tractor test of 20.4 to 20.8 horsepower hours per gallon when all of my Cases were in about the 16 range. I was always been interested in the Fendt transmission, knowing that it did not have any clutch packs. And I had a John Deere IVT, and it had multiple clutch packs. My Case CVTs, that I also own, have multiple clutch packs. Multiple clutch packs to me were an appointment for a breakdown. And so I was interested in what I was seeing in the AGCO tractor. I contacted my dealer, Warren Catt, and they had a tractor brought out to my barn. Daryl Peterson, the AGCO product specialist, came out and spent over an hour just going over every nut and bolt of that tractor. I was kind of 50-50 before Daryl's presentation, and I just want to say how much of an impression he made with me, how much of confidence he gave me in understanding every nut and bolt, how the tractor had separate hydraulic compartments where you didn't get the contamination of one common system like all the other.
Right.
He pointed all this stuff out, and of course told me all the good aspects of the engine. I already knew about the transmission, but Daryl just did a super job of showing me the tractor from top to bottom. So he kind of rearranged my thinking before I went to the field. He followed me out to the field. We put it on a 48-foot, 96-sweep field cultivator, just loaded it to the gill, and Daryl stayed with us explaining the controls and how the power management worked and how we would gain fuel economy and fuel efficiency. So I was very impressed with the AGCO side of that presentation, and so that helped me a lot. And then Dennis called me up, the ag sales manager, and said they want to come out and visit me again. And the next thing I knew, I looked up and there's 3 pickups coming to my office. And it was either 8 or 9 men got out of the pickup from Warren Ag. It was Stacy, the vice president of the ag division, Dennis, the sales manager, my local salesman. Then they had the corporate service rep there, then my local service manager, Chris Barrett, was there. They had the corporate sales rep and then the local parts manager, I meant to say. And every one of these gentlemen had a specific presentation to make to me, and I'll have to say I was very impressed. It was the most professional dealer presentation I have had in my 40-year career. And with all of that being done, I started having attitude changes. My first thought was, well, I'm going to try one of these tractors and see how I like them. And when all that was happening, I finally decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and try 3, and And then before we got through, we bought 4, but
So it sounds to me like, and you other